Hey everybody, Chuck Barone. Tuesday, May the 2nd, 2023, and another crazy day on Wall Street. I gotta say, I hate to repeat myself on the show over and over, but it just keeps getting crazier. It's just not so, Bill. Anyway, as always, before we get rolling here, I just want to welcome everybody to the show. Thank you guys for your support, watching the videos, and all you do. Hats off to you guys. We appreciate you. Markets today. Well, not a good day for the markets. Stock market down across the board today. Not good news coming, of course. We know what's been happening with regional banks, Republic Bank. We'll get into that a little later into the show. But bad news, fears of recession, fears of more banking trouble, Federal Reserve, the market just not well. So you have the Dow down 367 points to 33,684. Got the S&P down 48, 4,119 on that index. The NASDAQ down 132, 12,080 on that index. So stocks down across the board. Nothing really to smile about in the stock market today. Now tomorrow's a big day. We'll see how the market reacts. Powell's comments will certainly have a gigantic effect on the market. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. Okay, so the bond market today. Everybody running from stocks, apparently running to bonds. So you have yields down pretty dramatically today. The 10-year dropping 13 basis points, sitting at 3.44%. And you got the 2-year dropping 15 basis points, sitting at 3.98%. So the bond market just whipsawing around. Yesterday the yields were up. Today yields back down. The bond market just basically reacting to the news of the day, or maybe even the rumor of the day, and just no direction in the market whatsoever. We know the Fed's going to raise rates tomorrow. Yields coming down. Okay. Dollar today, down small, but unfortunately back under 102, sitting at 101.90, breaking that 102 support, but barely. We'll see where it goes tomorrow in the next couple of days. If we can get back above 102 and stay there, of course, that shows pretty good strength for the dollar. Great day for gold and silver today. Nice rally in metals. Gold up $35. 2017.50, back above 2000, a nice strong number. Silver rallies 42 cents, $25.37. So there you have it, man. Gold and silver both sitting at ideal numbers. 2000, above 2000 on gold, above 25 on silver. Rallies continuing, and I think, again, I've been saying it for a while, gold and silver got some room to the upside. Oil today. And I gotta say, I've been hitting this oil thing. I don't know, man. Better lucky than good sometimes, right? But oil down again today, down $4.06 per barrel, sitting at $71.60. I've been saying that, in my mind, the trend in oil is down. I don't think that, as much as they're trying to pump it up, the world is moving away from oil. And, the demand of recessions are happening, and it seems like could be a worldwide thing, unless you're at war like Russia or you're China, coming out of their own little whatever they're calling it over there. But oil, $71.60, so now it's getting to the bottom of that 70 to 75 trough. We'll see if it breaks under $70. If it does, well, that's going to, now I'll have to check charts to see where the next support line is, but breaking down to the next trough is nice because that one could actually spell some relief for U.S. drivers, us middle-class working people might see a little bit of relief at the gas pump. Yay. Bitcoin today, up. Nice day for Bitcoin, up $810. 28,709 for Bitcoin. Nice strong number, man. Bitcoin looking strong, and I tell you guys, as this debt ceiling bullshit the government's doing now, where they're going to fight over this debt ceiling, they're going to threaten default, threaten the credit rating of the United States, threaten the entire world economy with this. as every day it gets closer to which now this new deadline of June the 1st, every day closer should be a good day for Bitcoin and other cryptos, because if they did allow the dollar to default, the debt to default, that would really, 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 really be bad news for the dollar, right? And would gold and silver, alternatives to the dollar, Bitcoin and other cryptos would rally pretty dramatically, I would think. Okay, news you guys need today. Well, there's all kind of interesting stuff today. So check this stuff, guys, okay? Tomorrow, we know Thursday we're going to get the unemployment report, but today they get the JOLTS rate report. Job openings falling for the 4th consecutive month, down to 1.64 jobs for every person looking for one. That was over two jobs for every person looking for one about 4 months ago. 4th consecutive month, this number coming down. The number of job openings falling from 12 million a year ago in March to 9.59 million this March. So job openings falling. Alternatives to, this quit thing people were doing where they would quit the job they have and get a higher paying job down the street. It was working great, driving wages higher for workers, and I'm all for that. But what was causing and putting pressure on the Fed and this inflation fight, so the Fed mission then became to knock the job numbers down, and that's what they're doing, and they're being successful at it. So there you have it, job openings falling. Debt ceiling. As I was just saying, this debt ceiling thing, this is all political showmanship. I don't think at least I would hope, there's not a politician alive who's dumb enough to blow up the credit rating of the United States completely and default on anything. Okay? Hard to call yourself the world leader in anything if you can't even pay your own bills. Okay? So we'll see. But I was saying that if the closer they get to this default, the better it's going to be for gold and silver, the better it's going to be for Bitcoin. I was reading an interesting article today they were saying that Biden could perhaps use the 14th Amendment to the Constitution to go around the Congress to protect the U.S. credit and debt. It says that, I don't remember the exact words, but basically it says that no act of government should imperil the standing of the United States credit and debt. So I think that, that's a possibility. I'm sure there would be lots of challenges, but in the meantime, he could use that to bridge the gap if it came to that. It's really scary stuff, guys. This is like the height of stupidity, political showmanship, and at the same time, it's like I've been saying. So they got us distracted over here with all this stupid stuff. At the same time, JP Morgan swooping in, getting billions and billions and billions of dollars in assets. Basically stealing Republic Bank, pennies on the dollar. No one even looking at it, thinking about it. Wow, the rich keep getting richer. In the meantime, the poor are distracted over here with nonsense. It just keeps getting worse, guys. It does. Anyway, banks today. This banking thing, I really think that we talked about it again yesterday on the show. We're going to talk about it a lot because it's going to be the topic for a little while. Banks today, trading halted on some regional banks. They were down limit numbers. I didn't even know there was a limit on individual stocks. I know they market limits and stuff on the markets. If they're declining a certain amount, they hit a break or switch to stop trading. But I didn't realize they had that on individual stocks. So you have a couple of different companies. You have PacWest, Western Alliance, both being stopped today, falling more than 20%. These guys, I think there's a little bit of foreshadowing. Probably your next two victims to fall down and be swallowed up by the bigs. I'm going to guess Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase will want to get a little piece of this action. It's crazy, guys. These stocks hitting their allowable declines, max allowable. I think that this could foreshadow, when people see this stuff, if you have your money in one of these banks, even if you're not anywhere near the FDIC limit, you're not taking any chances. You're going to go start yanking your money out of there. Better under the mattress than you can't go get your money with your debit card, right? So I think that this could foreshadow some runs on another regional bank or two. I hope not, but it looks like it's certainly a possibility, right? And finishing up today, well, tomorrow's the big day, guys. We know the Federal Reserve will finish their meeting tomorrow. We can say with pretty much almost 100% certainty that the Fed's going to come out tomorrow and raise rates another quarter point. They want to make sure that the world and the markets know they're serious about this inflation fight. This actually will be the one that will get the Fed funds rate above 5%. It'll get the Fed funds rate higher than the top line rate of inflation, which we said all along had to happen before this fight could end. We'll see now what it does. These inflation numbers have been troubling. They've been pretty sticky here at around this 5% inflation number. So the fight is certainly far from over. So we'll see where this goes because, again, the economy looking shaky. The higher the Fed raises rates, the worse it is for banks, especially these regionals. We know we have a tsunami of commercial real estate loans coming due. That's going to be very difficult for not only the commercial building owners themselves, but the lenders that lend to those businesses. Now you got, the stock market. I think that, tomorrow, the rate hike, that's pretty much a done deal. The only shock that could come there is if they raised a half a point, which would be a big surprise, or if they decided not to raise at all, which would be a surprise the other way, right? I doubt either one of those scenarios is going to happen, though they've been kind of telegraphing this one for a long time. But the interesting thing tomorrow, guys, is going to be Powell's comments. I think Powell could tank the market 10 to 15% in a day just by talking super hawkish on rates. If he's going to insist that the Fed would raise rates further if needed, he's going to insist there'll be no rate cuts this year. The markets have already priced in 2 rate cuts later this year. So the market's already pricing these rate cuts in. If he comes out and convinces the market that those are not going to happen, bombs away on Wall Street, man. So tomorrow is going to be a fascinating day with Powell. St. Jerome out in mass. This guy was working miracles last year, not having the exact same touch this year. It's going to be a tremendous day in the markets tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be here to bring you guys all the details, all the news you need to protect your portfolios, to protect yourselves and prepare for what's coming. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. A lot of fun, a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. As always, guys, we appreciate your support. Your likes, your shares, your questions in the comments section. I'll be back on the comments today. I've been kind of swamped with some extracurricular stuff outside of work since last week, actually, on Friday. All done now, so I'll have some time to get to you guys today. Hit me up in comments. Appreciate the support. We'll be back tomorrow on St. Jerome Day. Until then, guys, take care. Thanks.